Hey everybody, my name is Steve Dangle, this is Justin Bourne, and we're presenting the all-decade team for
Vancouver Canucks.
The Vancouver Canucks. The blue, white, and green, black, red, and yellow, maroon, navy blue. Anyway, we're doing the Vancouver Canucks. Maybe the easiest of all the Canadian teams.
You're maybe the wrongest a couple times.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Well, up front, anyway, it's the easiest because we just picked a line that they actually had, which was, do we just do the entire line? Daniel Sedin, HENRIK Sedin, Alex Burrows.
I had a funny conversation with Brian Burke, who's on the Hall of Fame selection committee, and he made some great jokes about the idea of putting in one Sedin. Or like one of them in first, and then the next year the guy has to wait a year or something. How perfect!
Such a jerk move.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, no.
But yes,
I would really
I mean
like
they are the face of the Canucks from 2010 until now.
Easily, easily. Yeah, the whole thing. The Sedins, I guess, always had this God-given talent, and it's funny that they went second and third in this draft class that was supposed to be garbage.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Right.
And what we find is those conversations are often incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
They're legendary players for that team around the NHL. Probably both go in the Hall pretty easily. I like Alex Burrows just as he played in the ECHL.
Yeah.
And so did you. And look at you.
What did you ever do? I think
he just got Ring of Honor. Where's your Ring of Honor?
You know, a conversation you could have is Brock Besser has like almost as many points in like 3.5 seasons.
Yeah, but how many guys has he bitten? How many guys has he hit? How many guys has he just speared and generally annoyed? Like Burrows.
I love everything he is and has stood for, and what an integral part of the team he was on their way to their deep playoff runs. The OT winner, Dragon Slayer goal against Chicago. He is really a no-brainer as much as we joke about it.
Easily. Now on D, it gets a little bit more contentious.
It does.
I tried to go left and right on this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had Alex Edler. I would like to know who you had.
I had Alex Edler.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is consensus between us.
Longevity, quality.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, it's really not even close. He almost has 300 points as a defenseman. He was there for all 10 seasons, 588 games. He's been a part of what the Canucks have been in a important, integral role there on the top pair most of the time. But then the other guy, just the fun game is when you think of the Canucks to not look at the numbers and say, who represents what the Canucks have been over that past 10 years? And your pick is actually very good for this.
Well, because if we're going by points and whatnot, when I think of the Canucks, I think of Dan Hamhuis. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, I do.
So, so he was your pick.
Yes, he was.
And you'd be right for the reasons I mentioned.
Yeah.
He put up a lot of points, is a very good defenseman. Someone else was there all 10 years, and that was?
Kevin BIEKSA.
Kevin, oh, no, I was going to say, you told me Chris Tanev.
He actually wasn't there all 10 years. I thought you were cueing me for that.
No!
Chris Tanev has been there all 10 years.
Yes.
Yes, in perfect video flow. Tanev has been there all 10 years. He's got over 100 points. He's been a part of it too. And I should have put a spoiler on my last comment because your pick is.
Well, I just close my eyes, and when I think of the Canucks, at least on the back end, I think of Kevin BIEKSA.
Yeah.
The Superman punches, the wacky overtime winners, the legendary postgame with Scott Oak.
Yeah.
Seemingly every weekend.
Yeah, you know, what kind of gets lost is when people think of that era of the Canucks teams, the best Canucks teams, they think about they lost to the big bad Bruins and they were mean and, you know, whatever. The Canucks were a bunch of jerks. The best Canucks teams with Kessler and BIEKSA and Burrows and, you know, Max Lapierre was a part of that. Like, they had a bunch of jerks. And BIEKSA, who, by the way, I'm told is a very great guy, and was a great player, but he embodied that, like, if you hated the Canucks, you hated him. And that's why he was such an important part of what they were. So it's a worthwhile pick.
And in net, I mean, on the count of three, 1, 2, 3.
Eddie Lack. Wow, you actually...
That is it for this one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. It's got to be Bobby Lou.
Yeah, Bobby Lou's your guy. But you know what's funny is we did other Canadian teams and looked at their best goaltenders, and it's pretty thin in a couple of cities. You know, Corey Schneider, Eddie Lack was a great goaltender for them. Roberto Luongo, Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
So Luongo's the guy, but at the end of the day, the Canucks have had very good goaltending over the decade.
Well, and it's funny with the whole Corey Schneider, Roberto Luongo controversy, or whatever you want to call it. The straw that broke the camel's back was Eddie Lack playing in the outdoor game that was indoors. in that stadium.
right.
It was very confusing. But no, Luongo was unbeatable for stretches of the past decade. Easy Hall of Famer. Former captain.
Yeah.
Forgot about that little bit of shenaniganery.
Liked it.
That's the Vancouver Canucks all-decade team. I think it's pretty good, or at least mine is. Yours is not as good. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends to insult your co-host and then get the last word.